here on my small farm just outside Ayr with some of my beautiful belted Galloway cattle here behind me. Now the day job for me is working for the Scottish Farmer newspaper, and I'm out meeting crofters and farmers across the country, and I want to bring some of their stories to a wider audience. And I think it's important to have a movement like the Rural Youth Project, which is re-energising what rural has to offer and to getting people together and equipping them with the sort of tools to make a mark in their communities, because I think too often young people don't really have that voice, and I think through the Rural Youth Project they're sort of finding that voice. With events like the Royal Highland Show connecting farm to fork and connecting the urban and the rural sectors, how important are they for society?
Well, I think the Royal Highland Show is hugely significant.
2016, it was infamous the moment that you got up on top of a buffalo at Stevie Mitchell's farm. Did that make you closer to the rural community? What did you learn from this experience?
I learned how to be terrified from that experience.
Our industry leaders like the National Farmers Union and Quality Meat Scotland, they're predicting a catastrophe for Scottish farming. If we take our red meat sector in particular, 80% of our meat exports go to the EU, and they're also predicting that we could see tariffs on our lamb and on our beef of up to 40, even more than 40%, which would decimate our red meat sector. Most of the fruit picking done in Scotland is in this coastal region as well, and we're wanting to protect the industry moving forward to make sure that we are seeing Scottish berries on our supermarket shelves and not having to import from France and Germany and Spain.
There must be a lot of support for Brexit among some of your readers as well, I would imagine.
There is support for Brexit. I mean, the Common Agricultural Policy is outdated, and a lot of farmers saw that as an opportunity to look to the future and to design a policy better suited for Scottish agriculture. And what are the Scottish Greens doing in Parliament for farmers? Are they a voice for farmers?
I think the Scottish Greens are asking some of the really big questions at the moment about the future vision that the Scottish Government has or needs to develop.
In spite of increasing demand for the quality Scottish produce, we are facing a very real and imminent labour shortage crisis across the board. There's also a real concern from farmers that if we enter into new trade agreements, could farming be used as a political bargaining chip? Could we see our standards undermined? Could we see chlorinated chicken and hormone beef flooding our markets? And obviously we've built up a reputation of quality, so Scottish farmers want to maintain that. But where did the problem begin? So I believe part of the issue is that we have lost our connection with food producers, with the farmers that put fuel on our plates. We've forgotten farmers' role as custodians of our landscape. They're protectors, they're preservers, they're promoters of our beautiful, iconic landscapes known globally. I spend my spare time outside work doing bouldering, so I jump up and down rocks and I'm covered in bruises all the time, and it's the best activity ever and totally takes away all my stress.